Hey, what's up, everybody? I've been a little slow in making videos lately, mostly because life is crazy busy and I kind of overstretched my obligations here. I committed to too many things than I can really do. But something came up in the last couple of weeks here that I don't want to say it didn't piss me off, but you know, at some point, you need to respect things. And I was very surprised, to say the least, to see probably $2,000 to $3,000, if you were to replace it now, worth of tools in a dumpster. And it was family that tossed it, and I'm sure they had good reason. But man, it really told me a lot about the people that would do that. Now, granted, it's not like they threw away a table saw or a welder or a modern tool that's, really valuable, but it was easily $2,000 to $3,000 worth of hand tools that were my wife's grandfather's. And we stopped to pick up something else, and we found all these tools in a dumpster, and I picked them up and brought them all home. And it was really exciting for me. I mean, this is a lot of really neat old hand tools with a lot of history that I am super excited to get to make things with. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to make a lot of videos of it coming up. But it really surprised me that this family would throw away tools of anything. Any kind of tools. But there they were sitting in a dumpster, and I brought a lot of them home. So one of them, I've already used it a little bit, but it needs a little love. So I'm going to quick show you a before and after. But this is the, I'm sure there's a name for it. Hopefully somebody can tell me what the official name is. But it's essentially the little, pick, chisel for welding that would... after you weld, you use it to pound off the slag and refine the crystal structure of the weld itself. And right now, it's nasty, rusty. I'll show you here. I'm looking at it in the vise in just a second. But it sat in a dumpster in the rain for, at least 3 or 4 days, if not a couple of weeks. So really, all I'm going to do is clean it up, take the rust off. I've got a sanding disc in the angle grinder I'm going to use here. But I'll show you, I'm going to clean it up at least a little bit. Hopefully give it an extra couple of years of life. But, just kind of a reminder, even if you don't want it, if there's tools that you think you're just going to throw away, somebody can use them. This is probably a $15, $20 tool that I got for free. And that's 15 or 20 bucks I can put into something else. So just because you don't want it doesn't mean it's junk. Even if I went and bought one of these today, probably wouldn't be as high a quality. So let me show you quick here the before, and then I'll show you the after. But, just respect the tools, man. They've put, those tools have done more work than you'll ever do, most likely. So here's what I got. All right, so I've got one of these, I want to call it a tamper, but that's not the right name. But it's for, chipping away slag and refining the crystal structure on a weld. But you can see it's all rusted. A lot of this is new rust. Some of this is old, but some of this is brand new because it sat in a dumpster for a while before I found it. So I've got a 120 grit, I think, flap disc loaded into the angle grinder. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit, take the rust off, get some new steel, and then hopefully give it some new life. Alright, so this is still a little hot, so I'm keeping it moving from grinding it. But you saw how nasty and rusted it was. Just took a flap disc to it, got sanded off to relatively clean steel. We're going to give it a little paint and give this whole thing brand new life. And there we go. All it took was a little bit of sanding with the flap disc and a fresh coat of paint, and we're good as new. This thing will probably outlast my grandkids. So just because it's old doesn't mean you need to toss it. This is probably higher quality and will outlast anything you'd buy at the store now. So there you go. Take care of your tools. Don't throw them away.